Hey, hey, lovely people, back again. How are we? I hope everybody's well. Welcome to my blank desk. I'm going to do a bit of stash busting again. I made some stuff and I rather liked it, and I thought I quite like that. But it also made me go, and I came up with about 400 different ideas. And so I've been playing. So I'm going to show you some. So, essentially, I'm going to make window pockets, lots of window pockets. I'll show you some I've made and how they came about. And I've got some that are fussy cut ready to be made, so I'll show you those as well. Yeah, let's do it. So, first and foremost, ones I made. So, and they're just little frames with a bit of acetate on. And these, there's quite a few of them. I made a few. These, although I don't know if you can tell from the picture, are carpets that I just cut the middle out of. Pictures of rugs. I'm going to hide those a minute, and I'll show you. So I've lots of them, and they're literally, it came like that. Picture of a carpet, cut the middle out, there's your frame. So I've kept all the insides because I think they'll make interesting stuff somewhere down the line. We might do a session on the inside of window pockets and making tags. So of those that need making into tags. It then inspired me to take, this is a picture of China, like the plates, not the place, if that makes sense. Can you see that? And what I did was I cut the inside of a plate out, and the inside of a plate out, and the inside of a plate out. And I don't know if that catches the light so you can see it. There you go. Put some acetate in it. A window pocket. There's another one. Did the same thing. Cut a plate out, cut a plate out, cut a plate out. Left the border on the plate because I thought that was quite clever. Acetate on the back. Bit of back. Ta-da! But then that made me go, ooh. Literally, ooh. So I then went looking for other stuff. So let me leave that the way a minute. We'll do some in a minute, but I'm just going to show you. I didn't think it'd be a great deal of fun, and I didn't know how easy it'd be to fussy cut on camera. So I'm not going to fussy cut a lot. We'll make a few. Church window. A different church window. Move this over a bit. Different church window. Look at my fussy cutting skills out there, amazing. Let's see, what else? But they all just need a bit of acetate behind them. Another fancy window. This took forever. And another. And I've got more, we have got more. And another, which I haven't finished yet. I think that was the last church window I did, and my hands were aching, so we took a break. And this one. So they're all church windows. And then, let's see what else I can find. Then I found these. Move those out of the way. Move those out of the way. We'll come back. We'll come back and stick some in a minute. This is kind of a mass make, but there's a bit of Blue Peter going on because I've done quite a lot of cutting. That one. And there's that one. And there's that one. If it's the right way around. And there's that one. And there's that one. And there's that one. And these are all, let me remember the name, the Fugler or the Fuglers family engravings, portraits from a long time ago. So there's those. And now that I've done that, I've just noticed there are holes there we could also take out. So there's those. And then, hang on, there's more. These again, same thing. Ba-da-ba. Fugler family portraits. And then I found these in my stash. Can you see that? Can you see that? Let me check my camera. Yeah. Now, I have quite a lot of these because I have an upcoming project which I'll share with you at some point, and these are going to be used in them. But what it made me do was go, another one of those. So I did this. No. And this. No. And this. No. And one more. This. Which, and look, kept all the bits, because the bits are going to get used as well. So that's that one. Move that out of there. Then I found this, which is this. And cut that out, so that can have a bit of acetate behind it. So that's those. It's very exciting. Probably not to watch, but when I was doing it, it was very exciting because that's just. I don't know the other bit. I can't show you the middle bit because I don't have it. Now we'll leave that one there because I can do something with that, but with a bit of acetate behind it, make a nice pocket tuck, some such thing. Move those out of the way. So the Marie Antoinette of that era are all going to be used in a particular journal, and then quite a lot of these are going to be used in a similar but different sort of journal. I'll explain in a minute. So these are all litho prints from the Strawbridge Litho Company, Cincinnati, USA, no longer in existence, and I've kept all the bits. Oop, that way. Ta-da. And I've scored this one so you can see. So I punched the circles out because my circling's not that good. That's why I don't drive. I'm going to keep that simply because it'll all become ephemera, because they can all be cut up and be little numbers, which I think is a fabulous idea. So put that to one side. Oh, we won't throw it on the floor, we'll just put it to one side carefully. And then I literally on my scoreboard scored one side, scored the other side, scored the other bottom, and I actually scored the top as well. I actually scored the top so I'd get my punch in, because my punch won't fit. So that's the only reason. And then I think with a bit of acetate behind that'd be gorgeous. Gorgeous. So there's that one. We'll put that in my pile. And then, because I'm making a couple of big journals, I've got a big full page one. Now, I got rid of this image because I didn't like it. I'm going to have to go up so you can see the whole thing. No, maybe not. Because it was a hunting image. But there's the calendar. There's the ickle. So they come out. And again, they'll go in ephemera. And with acetate behind that, that's a big, this is to go in a journal which is going to be that size, so it's a big page. So there's that one. There's this one, which I didn't keep the insides out of because I didn't like them. They were ugly, in my opinion. So, but I think that's going to be quite pretty. And it depends on your fussy cutting skills as to, maybe it needs to be white behind this. Hang on. Wait. And Bancroft's coming out. Oh no, lunch is on the table. There you go. So that's that one. And that's out of there. And look at my fussy cutting skills. No. That's out of there. Keep all of these because they'll all get used for something. That gives you a nice page. That's that one. This one, I haven't decided about this one. I love the shape, but I think it's going to need something to cover that because there was a lady here and it hadn't printed very well and her dress put down there, so I cut it off at the bottom. So I think it needs a little something there. But you get the idea. me lighty. So, oh, no, wrong one, hang on, bear with. Here we go, and there's this one. Now, there's my little calendar. That was in the top, and I didn't do very well at the squirrely edge, so I've just cut it off at the bottom so that I can use another bit. But all the numbers, cut the numbers out, and they'll get used. Then, hang on, not that one, because it's something different. Not that one, because it's something different. Not that one, because it's something different. Show you this one. I'll put those to the bottom. Oop. I don't know where that one's from. There's another one. There's the ickle picture that was in there. I didn't do very well with that, so that'll go in the bin. Kept it to show you though. And that one, with the pocket behind it. And then, this one. Ickle lady goes in there. Ickle calendar goes in there. Ta-da! Take those out, they'll go in my ephemera. Piece of acetate behind that. Gorgeous, gorgeous, I tell you. And this one, which had June calendar. And a nice little Japanese lady. Da-da-da. Pretty. Take those out, they go in my ephemera. Piece of acetate behind that. Fabulous pocket. We'll do some in a minute. I'm just trying to, I just thought sitting and watching me fussy cut all of this will just drive you bonkers. So another big one, and this had a little jester in it, and that in it. Cut that out, fussy cut that out, bit of acetate, off we go. And that's all the Stowbridge Live Company ones that I've got cut out. Got loads of them, but and then I started going through my stash of pictures and seeing what I could print out and what, because what I wanted was something of an Art Nouveau style. So, right, so I suppose I'll show you this. Now the inside of this I didn't get to keep because I just chopped it to bits and I didn't like the writing anyway, so I wasn't going to keep it. What I'm doing is I'm making two big journals. They're that size. Yeah, so A4 sized, which means I need A3 paper folded in half. I'm making two simultaneously. So I've taken one of Dave's kits called Flamboyant, which I love. It's all roses and bright colours, but they look almost stitched and crepe papery, and it's beautiful anyway, I love it. And I made a journal cover, and that made me go, because that's where my brain works. It spends a lot of time going, and what if, and oh my God. So I then also have a set of papers from chapter 1 digitals, I believe. When the video comes, I will name them and do it all properly, and that's kind of tattered wallpapery backgrounds with shabby roses all over it, and I think they're beautiful, and I had those printed and just sat there. So I made another journal cover, same size, and then I thought, ooh, so all the stuff that's kind of Marie Antoinette, if that's a word, this sort of style of stuff is going to go in the chapter 1 journal, and then all the Art Nouveau stuff, like the Stowbridge stuff I've just shown you, is going to go in Dave's Flamboyant journal. So there you go. Watch out for that. That'll be coming up soon, hopefully. And I thought, I've made the covers, so you've missed that bit. And I do apologise for that. I did think at the end of it I should have filmed it, but anyway, they're too big to get in the camera and blah blah blah, excuses, you know. But the rest of it I'm going to film. So you'll see two journals being made simultaneously, a similar theme, different era. How's that? Because the theme's the same, roses and ladies in dresses, essentially. That's what it boils down to, just different eras. One's from the era of Marie Antoinette and one's from the beginning of the 20th century. God. From like sort of 1900 to 1910, something like that. All the pictures are from. So yeah, I digress anyway, back to this. So, and all of these images, either I had them or I've printed them out. One of the things, Alphonse Mucha, and this was a menu card, and all I've done is cut the menu card out. One of the things, what was I saying? One of the things I discovered helping Dave when he first started creating digitals, spent a lot of time looking for free images in places other than the Graphics Fairy, who is a fabulous resource, but also thought, I want to see what else is out there. And so most museums seem to have a digital. The best place, personally, that I like to find images for is New York Public Library. Their search engine and their pictures, some of the stuff they have is just amazing. Also the V&A in London, the British Library, but basically if it's a museum and it's anywhere up to date, it's got loads of digital stuff that you can download. The reason why I like New York Public Library is because every image that they have, you can download it in different, whatever it is. I don't know the word, I'm not technical enough, but really crisp or just slightly blurrier, I suppose. I don't know what the resolution, that's the word, different resolutions, good think. But also it tells you the copyright status of each image. So it'll say if they don't know, it'll say if it's free and if it's in the public domain, or it'll tell you who owns copyright. And I like that because then you can just go, oh, it's free, I'm having it. And that's what I did with quite a lot of stuff. So, like most things in life, I think I've downloaded most of Pinterest. According to Dave anyway, he thinks I have most of Pinterest. I probably have most of the New York Public Library as well. So, anyway, Alphonse Mucha. That was just another one that made me go, oh, I could do. Then the other thing I also have is a lot of pictures of Victorian book covers, and this was that way, I think. Just like that. Cut the picture out, that'll go in my ephemera. I'm quite good at fussy cutting and I quite enjoy it, so none of it goes to waste. And then this. So this. Whoop. This is actually going to get cut into 4 pockets, but I had an epiphany and thought, oh, I'll leave them together on the page because that's probably better. This is a download of a set of bingo cards, obviously, from Kim Newberg. Kim Newberg has a blog, and on it there are hundreds and hundreds of free images, and she is very happy for you to download stuff. She just likes to get a mention, so every now and again. Yeah, and they're off her blog, and I love them. And all I've done is cut bits out, and then they're going to be 4 individual pockets with a bit of acetate behind them. So there's that. But the good thing about that is it gives you this. Look at all those numbers. Hang on. Which is going to be just more ephemera. So I don't get rid of anything. So there's that one. I've got a little ephemera part. And then last but not least is a little tiny one. And this is, I found a whole set of these. And this is from the Reykjavik Museum. Yep. And it's from it's from a calendar. So there's the calendar bit. That went in there. Ooh, screw side. That went in there. And this is a tiny one, but I've got all different size ones, which again, that would make a little pocket for someone to go in. And there you are. That's all of them. So, without further ado, should we crack on and do some? Where did I just put my is it underneath? Aha. So this, I'll put it that way, is what I used. Yeah. I got this, I think on Amazon, dirt cheap. I mean dirt cheap. It didn't cost me next to that. It's got 50 sheets, 100 micron. I'm guessing that's the thickness of it. And I've got it because I was going to print on it because it's a universal injection. Remember, you know, they used to use them for overhead projectors. For those of you that are as old as I am and remember these things before computers came along So when you were at school and they wheeled in the radio and wheeled it out because you'd listen to a programme on Open University, and then they'd have stuff on one of these. Before we had like television in classrooms or computers or iPads or any of that malarkey. We didn't have computers at school when I was at school. None of that. That's why I'm so bad at them. With them, at them, with them, whatever. So yeah, I use this. And we'll swing open the box and we'll pull some out. And we'll put the lid back on. And we'll move it out of the way. So, it's in front of my scoreboard. Weirdly, it's got I don't know if you can see this, it's got a very smooth side, which is beautiful and feels lovely. And the other side feels like my skin on a bad day. Horrible. It's like being sandpapered. And so I basically did it with the smooth side facing up, and off I went. And that's just for feeding into your printer. I haven't actually tried printing on them yet. Can you see that? Funnily enough, you can. My lighting must be just so. And so simple. So I'm going to show you. I use dark glitter glue because it sticks onto the transparency beautifully. But I guess you could use double-sided tape. Anything you have that sticks. So I'm gonna do the edges. And this is kind of what I did with all of them. Do the edges. So got all the edges. Ooh, got it. Oh, messed it up already. Look at that. Turn the camera on and everything goes wrong. Simple, innit? So, did the edges. Let's move that out of the way. And then I literally did the edges of all my holes. I didn't really think this one through because it's got a lot of holes. But, hey. There's that one. And that one. And that one. And that one. And that one. So I'm going to put this in my Stashbusting I can't even say that today. Stashbusting playlist. Because literally I sat just going through pictures on my computer, pictures in my Pinterest, went through all the digitals I've got printed out, every bit of paper, every folder, you name it. And I mean, I've loads. I've got hundreds of stuff sat in a pile that I've kind of like, I could cut that out and that out. And it just makes you look at pictures a bit differently, just to see if there's anything that you can. And then let's just do those big areas with a bit of glue. It just makes you go, oh, could I cut that bit out, and could I cut that bit out, and could I cut that bit out. And I like that. It did get me going. It was, like I said, it was one of those. Made my brain go, oh, and I could just, oh, and I could just, oh, and I could just. Right, so stick that down. Any glue that seeps through, I just push it back in the direction it came out of. It dries clear anyway. Ooh. There we go. And that's our first one, which will actually be, you know what, this stuff. You should do it straight away. And then I'm going to cut that out, trim it off. And you could do this with a knife or, you know, I'm not precious about having beautifully very straight edges, because I think the wonk gives it that kind of vintage cut with an old guillotine or a wonky pair of scissors or by hand, rather than the perfect laser cut, perfect straight finish. That's that. And then I'm going to cut across here. And I'm going to have to cut more individually because of course they don't line up. But hey, and I don't want to have to cut and then trim the white off. Do that. And that. Oh. So I don't have any white, shall we? And that. And that. And oh. And that. And of course these can all be. So I'd use that as a pocket. Use that as a pocket. Maybe have a little cluster or something on it. Who knows? But yeah. I might have to go back. I didn't think about the fact that I was cutting it in 4. So I might have to go back and do the odd corner. But you know, it'll all get sorted out. Ta-da! The first of many. Let's take another one. Excuse me. It has sent me a little bit nuts. In a good way, but it has sent me a little bit nuts. Let's do a big one. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this first. In fact, I'm going to cut that with a knife and a ruler. I know I said about straight edges, but for the edge of this one, because it's got a very delicate edge to it. There we go. Good bit of cutting, Brian. Oh my God, come on. Don't rip. Well, I think I need a new blade in my knife. Let's have a trim. And yeah, I said, don't rip. But the interesting thing is, when it's this thin, this is why I like sticking it on the whole sheet of acetate. No, that's just going to be a mess if I do that. Let's try it. Let's try it again, shall we? Let's try and make more of a mess. God, Brian, come on. Maybe if I put my glasses on, it might help. Bear with me a second. Oh look, they're sat on the top of my head, quite happily doing nothing. When really they should have been wrapped around my eyes, doing something. That's better. We can see what we're doing now. There we go. Oh my God, how difficult was that? How difficult did I make that for myself? Let's get rid of those bits. We'll go over there. We'll go over there. Now the thing I like about the project this stuff. Does that fit that way? Hang on. No, just not. The thing I like about this is that's really flimsy, but when you stick it on this, it gives it some heft. So it protects your pocket, makes your pocket a bit stronger, and I like that. And same at the top, you know, rather than having to fold the top down and worry about if it's going to rip every time you put something in it, because it's got acetate around the top of it. It's a lot stronger, a lot more protected. So, and you just have to make sure that you top. Hopefully you can't see my hair flopping into this shot, because my head's right up against the camera. You just have to remember to glue right to the top edge so that nothing gets caught in it. But you know, it's doable with a bit of care, isn't it? A bit of time and effort. So yeah, there you go. So this is what I've been doing. I've been going for a long time. Thinking, well, I sat and made a list today. Because as you know, and I've talked about this before, I'm kind of in and out of the videos, and sometimes I disappear for a while, and you know, life, work. I'm not apologising for it, it's just the way things are. But I am trying to be more regular, generally. And in order to do that, I kind of made a list of videos that I want to make. And oh my God, I've got a list as long as my bloody arm. Excuse my French. Oh God, we're making a pig's ear of that, Brian. What are you doing? Right, so that goes there. That needs to come down, and then that might sit a bit straighter. Okay, so this is where you find a bit of tissue, but I'm actually just going to take a bit of my furry top and wipe the glue back to the paper. There we go. Oh, there's a bit there. Oh no, it's a bit of paper stuck on. And there we go. And then, now, when you cut it out, I'll try and do it on camera rather than over my lap, which is almost more difficult. Save that for a smaller one. We might not save this bit now it's covered in glue, but we'll see. I won't throw it away quite yet. I'm sure at some point it'll get used to something. And that one. Oh, and we'll take the top off that one. And we'll take the edge off that one. Like that. Oh, I've still got Anne Bancroft going around in my head. Arnold, lunch on the table. Is that why you brought me here? To insult me? Sorry, can't help it. Film references. There we go. So there's an acetate front. But it also makes it really sturdy, so this, which would have just disintegrated had anybody touched it, is now a big, you can, I'd actually put it on a page and have something in that way, I think, but I'm quite pleased with that one, more so than most. So the other thing you can do, let's take this one, is if you want to make them sturdier, scoreboard. So I'm just going to cut the top off. Because it's going on acetate, I'm not worried about folding the top over because I do think it's sturdy enough. And cut the top off. And then using my little scoreboard and tool, I'm going to draw one side. I'm just going 6 because I've got a line at the 6, and so it's kind of stuck in my head. There, and then there, and I've gone over the line a little bit so it's on the coloured bit rather than the white, and that's because you might not want to ink it, or you might not want to ink it if you're doing such things. So I'm going to make these a bit shorter. Definitely going to make this one a bit shorter. Yes, if you're not inking, it means you've got the colour showing and the whites tucked in underneath. And then I'm going to mitre my edges, because that's how we do it. And that one. Right, let's get rid of this. Excuse I a minute. Just emptied my scoreboard into my bin. I don't just throw it on the floor, trust me. I have a bin at the side of me. So I used to just throw it on the floor, but as there's no one else but me to tidy up, it got a bit wearing after a while. So now I have a bin right next to me. Makes life so much easier. So, and we've got that. Right, so this is where it gets a bit difficult because you need to cut your acetate to fit now. So let's move on. But you know what? We're crafty, we can cope. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to do this. So it needs to be cut there. There is where it needs to be cut. And line that up on my hoogie. What's it? I'm going to find my hoogie. In fact, I'm going to line it up this way. don't know if you can see that, I can, but that one. And it doesn't have to be exact, just there and about. There we go. And then in theory, that should and does fit in there, because I'm clever. Sometimes not so much, but sometimes. Okay, so edges, 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 right middle. So what do you think? Do tell. You're probably going, oh God, yeah, fussy cutting. Thing is, I kind of like fussy cutting, so I can just sit and do it for hours. Dave will tell you. Since at one point I did most of his for him, so I don't mind it at all. So put that in there. That's so folds. That's so folds. And I'm not bothered about my white strip because it's hidden. So that's that. And now with this one, I just need to trim tacitate off at top. I'm going in the bin. I ain't going to use that for now. And then that folds round, that folds round, and that folds round. So this is, again, Reykjavik Museum from somebody's calendar, but I'm assuming it got printed on a gift bag because there are two little holes with string and knots. But you know what? I don't mind that. It can, oh, there, look. No, you can see. So it looks like a photograph of a gift bag. Maybe from the museum, you never know. Anyway, I like that. And I think it works quite well. So you've got a pocket with a bit of heft and room to put stuff in onto a page. There we go. Another one done. Do you want to do another? You bored yet? Do you want to do another? Should we do a big one? Ta-da. So, like I said, this is going in a big journal. This is going in a big journal using Dave's flamboyant kit. Hence the massive nature of it. But you'll see. You'll see. I'll show you eventually. Well, like I said, covers are made. I'm actually waiting for the end of the week to start it for the simple reason that I've just ordered a new printer. And I've decided, because you know, I like a big tag and I like bigger journals, and so I've bought a printer that prints A3 as well as A4 and scans in A3 and A4, so I can do bigger stuff if I so choose. And I think about it the other day, it's because I'm so ham-fisted, I think, that I like the bigger stuff, because that way I don't have to worry about what was I going to say? I don't have to worry about making a mess of something if it's tiny and fiddly, because I'm, you know, I've not got fat fingers particularly, but I am kind of a bit ham-fisted. Generally because I rush too much and I don't have much patience, but but small and delicate's not me anyway, which is why I like big stuff. I like big tags, I like big journals, which is why I like the flippy floppy one that I do with 3 parts. I like stuff that I can put loads of stuff in. I don't like single signature so much for me because it's not got much in it and it's over too quickly. I don't know what else to tell you really. It's just, yeah, that's the way I am. Right, this one, because I'm using an offcut, I'm going to do edge and do edge. And I've done around my holy image. Holy as in holes in, not holy as in jeebus. But put that on there. We'll spin that over, and we'll put that on there. Oh, look at that. How beautiful that went on. And then what I will do is, just in case, I'll run a bit of glue very quickly, so there's not a massive amount of it. And I'm going to use, I have this surgical tape, which is very thin, but turn it off, I don't want that blue bit. I'm going to run that over the edge of the acetate. There we go, like that. And it just means, because the acetate's not right at the top, it just means you're not going to catch on the edge of the acetate when you're going into it. Yeah? Yeah. Technical term. Going into it. So, I don't know. People always tell me I talk with my hands. So it's probably a good job you can't see my face. And just my hands. This one's not going to have a bottom on it, simply because I want the full length of it. But it will have sides. So, et voila. It used to be that way so you can see the whole thing. But I love that. I think that's fab, personally. You might not, but you know what? My tag, I don't care. Let's do another big one. Sorry, didn't mean that. It's quite rude, wasn't it? I do care. I want to be loved. Right. Sorry. Going off at a tangent. My brain's doing that. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you're all, hope everybody's well. Hope you're doing stuff. Hope you're crafting. Hope you have a go at this. If anybody does have a go at it, tell me what you use. Tell me if you use something different. So, because I mean, I've been through all my stuff, and I've got other stuff that, I mean, I like Alphonse Mucha, and his borders and frames around his ladies just lend themselves to having bits punched out, not punched out. Yeah. Yeah, now I've lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, lend themselves to having things punched out. Yeah, and I like, you know, I have quite a lot of that, so that's something else. And it fits the time period that I want to use for one of these journals. So, we'll do one more of these, and then we might do the window friendly ones. Okay, so, take a blanket piece. Oh no, yeah, dropped a bit. Oh no, it's a bit of ephemera. Okay, so we need to cut this one to size about there. And you know what? I ain't even going to measure this one. I'm just going to go like this, which is difficult because it's see-through and I can't really see it. And let's just hope. I'll put that at the bottom. I think that's two. That's two. Yeah. So, make sure we're in shot. I do try. I can try, but I do try. Oh no, I've had it open too long. Now, can anybody see a pin with a blue head on it? No, bear with. We just get another one. It'll turn up now. It's probably stuck to me. Probably stuck in me. No feeling. There we go. Da da da. Oh, wherever I put it, it's going to go missing, so it doesn't really matter, does it? The amount of times I find them, because I wear these fleecy, furry things. When the weather's cold, I find them stuck in them. I was doing my washing the other day, and I took 2 of these out of the washing machine to hang up, and there were pins in both of them, just caught in the fur. that had been through the wash. Very clean pins because they've clearly been through the wash, but I just thought, God, they could have knacked the washing machine, completely broken it. So, not very clever. So now I have to check them when I take them off to make sure there's no stuff. Right, so it's a little bit wider. So we'll go all the way down. Go all the way down. I'm going to put it along the bottom. I'm going to need to put my pin in again because it's annoying me. I'll try and do this on... I can't do it on camera. Hang on, I need to be closer. Although, there we go. Da-da-da. It'd probably help if I put my glasses back on, wouldn't it? I keep pushing them up on the top of my head because they hold my hair out of the way. But it's not the best thing to be doing because then I can't see. Blind as a bat. Yeah. Rough side on the inside. I'll put that down to the bottom. I'll put that to the top. I'll do that. Turn it over. Give it a rub. Like it's a magic lamp or something. We'll trim that bit off the top. And there we have. Oh no, where did that go? Hang on. You might not be able to see that, but I've got a bit of plastic hanging off. There we go. That's better. And then we've got, fold that down, and fold that down. And there's another one. Ba-da-ba-ba. I like that one too. I'm very impressed with that one. Yeah. So should we do something a bit smaller so that you can actually see what I'm doing? What do you think? Maybe this one? We'll do these two, I think. And then I'll move on to one other thing and then I'll let you go. Because I'm not sure how interested it is watching me glue acetate. Get rid of that. And I'm going to get rid of that. And then we'll do the same on this one. And these are just, this is my mask make for a specific thing, basically, because I know where they're going to go. So, in fact, you know what, just do one of them because I don't want to bore you if you're not already. I can do these off camera just as easily. Oh God, now. So we've done Harvey Fierstein and Bancroft. Now I've two Wong Fu in my head. I swear to God, I don't know what goes on sometimes. Music and film quotes. I think I said to Dave before. I think I just pick them up off the radio on my fill-ins or something. Now I've got Wesley Snipes in drag in my head. Oh no, honey. Fringe. This is mine. It's Fringe. And if you've never seen the movie, then you'll have no idea what I'm talking about. Tu Wong Fu, thanks for everything, Julie Newmar. You want to see Wesley Snipes, Patrick Swayze in drag? Watch it. It's great fun. Yeah. And probably considered a classic these days. Or vintage or something, because it's been around for so long. But it was a good movie. I think it was the American drag queen road trip version of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. It was brought out to kind of rival that. But it's good. It's funny. And sweet. And nice. Have I got any more left? Oh yeah, I do. Lettuce. We'll move that. We'll open that back up. One of these bits fit? No. So, do you think I can do the freehand thing again? Or is that pushing my luck? You know what? It's not terrible. Okay, let's see if I can do this in camera. Probably not. I shouldn't be doing this. I only filled this up this morning. It's full to the brim of. Filled it up so much that when I put the pin in, it almost exploded back out. It was like a volcano. Although it probably needs a good clean because I've had this little bottle and top for a long time now, and I just fill it up. It's probably like, I'm dirty. Give me a new one. I don't know what it is with that glitter, that sometimes it runs so smoothly, and sometimes it's just like, nope, not playing, go away, don't like you, sort your own life out. I'm guessing for some reason they don't ship it at certain times of year. I'm guessing it's to do with the weather and the cold and something like that. No doubt, there's no doubt science involved. And like maths, it's not something I do. Not unless you make me. It's very difficult to make me do anything these days. I'm 54 years old. If I don't want to, I won't. It's that simple. I'll chop that off. That bit can go in the bin. And then fold those over. Fold that over. Pocket. Beautiful pocket. I love those. They're really good. Right, I'm going to show you one more. Simply because it's the other thing that, from my other journal, and it reiterates the point that I made earlier, which I'm going to make again, because I can. So, we'll do two, because two will fit on a piece of acid, on a 4-piece. Yep. So, one of the reasons I love doing it on the acetate is because this is really flimsy. And you could rip these, and the thing is, even if you did rip, I'm not, but even if you did rip one, when you stick it back down, you wouldn't have that problem, would you? So I did 4 of these, with a different square on each one, and apart from the one that's got a bit back to you, all the rest of them are kind of looking at another square. I thought it was quite quirky myself, but there you go, personal choice and all that. So we'll try not to be too heavy with the glue because it's quite fine, so I've got a funny feeling it might squidge out the side. But, like most things, I'm not delicate. So, I make no bones about being delicate, or... That's why I was saying I like big things, because it don't matter if I'm heavy-handed, because it's massive. It's just... I don't know. That's just my theory. So it might also have to do with the fact that I can't see, so if it's small I can't see it. So, and if my glasses are on the top of my head, then I've got no chance, because I never know where they are. Got bits everywhere now. No, 2 won't fit on there side by side, but 2 will fit on here side by side. So we'll plonk that. Got a funny feeling that's out of shot, but we'll move up a bit. I'll try. You see, I'm trying. I'm learning slowly, surely. Well, I'm not saying it's going well, but I'm trying. There's one. Honest to God, sometimes I just think, shut up. You know, like Dave used to go, shut up, Dave. Sometimes I think somebody should go, Brian, shh. Because I never tell myself to shut up. Oh, he said, going quiet suddenly. That's because I'm still watching movies in my head. I've been young, God knows. I've been beautiful, but never the twain have met. Sorry, that's... I can't help it. I really honestly can't help it. I'll probably get done for copyright or something now. That's Harvey Fierstein's Torch Song Trilogy, one of my all-time favourite anything. I love that movie so much. I've been young. God knows I've been beautiful. never the twain have met. Don't get cute with me. That's where "Oh no, that's on the table" comes from. Harvey Fierstein and Anne Bancroft. I love Anne Bancroft as well. So there we go. It's that one, and again, I don't mind the slightly wonky edge, which is probably a good job because it's got a very wonky edge. That. There we go. And the good thing is, interestingly, if you're interested, do you know how art glitter glue, if you use art glitter glue, once it's down doesn't move? On acetate it does. So you've got a little bit longer to play around with it. I guess because it's clear and smooth. And, well, I suppose it's smooth and shiny rather than clear. The clear's not the... not necessarily necessary, it's just a smooth and shiny. So we do that, and we do that, and we do that, and we do that. We'll take this last edge off, and we'll keep that bit, and I'm going to keep that bit, and I'm not keeping those bits because they're ickle, and ickle don't do it for me. There we go. So there you go. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? That's the other thing. I kept saying that the other day to someone. Can you see? Can you see? Where's that from? Minority Report. Right, I'm going to lift my glasses up so we can talk in general. So yeah, 2 window pockets. I like them. And now, nice and strong. So, see? Oh, thank God that didn't rip. Anyway, I'm going to call that it, lovely people, because you don't really need to see me do lots and lots of them. I didn't do any fusticating with you simply because you didn't want me to see this close up and this, because that's all you'd have seen. Tongue out, scissors been right, you know, squinty eyes and probably hair, and you didn't need to see that. And fussy cutting is fussy cutting. We all know how to fussy cut. It's more about looking at, look at the shapes you've got, like that. When I first printed that out, I was going to just cut the whole thing off and just have a nice border, which you also can do. But then I thought, oh no, we'll cut the thing out because I don't need a calendar. But then I thought, oh, we'll cut that out as well. That's the one we didn't do, so put that out of the way. These big ones. And then, and again, fussy cutting, like the ones, like that and that, I showed you the bits out of that, but I didn't show you the bit out of that because it was a hunting image and I didn't like it. But it also meant when I was cutting it out, I didn't bother about whether I ripped it, so I just pierced in the middle and cut to the corners. These ones I was more careful with because I wanted to keep the images. Same with this one, I wanted to keep the images, and so now this one I would put something here because the little jester's hat stuck up and I've missed a bit of it. Could have, I don't know, flower or something, cluster. And that one. My little bingo wings. Sorry, bingo cards. My bingo wings are not that little. And an Alphonse Mucha. And for those that have watched videos of me before, you know I love a bit of Alphonse Mucha. So I hope you like that. I'll turn them sideways because they're easier to see. And then what? Where? The ones we started with. Like I said, these were pictures of rugs that I liked, and I cut the middles out of, and they can go that way or that way, and you know. And that, the other thing I thought of was you could stick that on the front of an envelope almost, and then cut a bit out, and that becomes a window envelope. We might do that at some point. My pictures of China. The plate's not the country. More pictures of China. Ta-da! So, calling that a mass make, and it's going to be part of Corrie Darman's JJ Mass Make March. I'm going to put that hashtag on it for all to see, just because I can. And let me know what you think. If you like, let me know other images that you think might be work. You know, you can do very simple, like the carpet ones are very simple because you're chomping a square out the middle. But I like the ones, I like stuff like this, where you have to think, do I take that out, do I take that out? So, but yeah, there we go, lovely people. I'm going to put the pin back in this so it don't die. Oh, God, once again, trying to do it on camera. Oh, there we go. Not want too bad, will it? No, it's definitely gunked. I might just have to take the tip off and give it a wash. Put it in some hot water. Anyway, I digress. Lovely people, it's been a pleasure. I'll see you all soon. I hope you enjoyed. Do all the usual, this or leave a comment. And I will talk to you all soon. Bye now.